Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What a week I have had. There's just been non-stop crazy. I haven't even filmed for like 5 days because it's just been absolutely a hectic week. Yes, I've heard a lot of albums. Yes, I can't do reviews because I'm just so damn busy now. Life is just pushing through and I don't know what to do anymore because there's just so much happening in my life right now. All I do is work now. And I'm trying to balance work and YouTube and other leisures and everything like that. And yeah, it's getting pretty fucking hard. I can't even put a green screen on anymore because I can't be bothered to please you guys. But anyway, today we are reviewing an album, a deathcore album, a deathcore band, Brand of Sacrifice, and the album Lifeblood. This is their sophomore album. I've been looking forward to this album. This is the most anticipated albums for me of the year. And boy, when I've heard the first single, Lifeblood, I said, yes, this is a fantastic deathcore song. And it just intrigued me to check out more of their stuff. But when I checked out their debut album, God Hand, with a duration of only 26 minutes, it was what you could say an underbite to what Lifeblood is now. It had the technical elements, it had the deathcore, brutal breakdowns, and those vocals. Yeah, this album really took me by surprise, and it surprised me in a very good way. So this is one of the albums I really wanted to share with you guys and my opinions. This album is fantastic, it really is. This is like the technical futuristic of what deathcore could sound like, because this particular album reminded me of bands such as Code Orange and the album Underneath, with some glitchier elements, especially through the song Demon King. You got Altered Eyes as well with those glitchy elements. And then you got some symphonic elements, some choir in the background as well, such as the song Animal, with guitar embellishments, flourishing choir moments as well. And then you got an overall symphonic and pretty cohesive deathcore album. Really reminds me of an album like Shadow of Intent and the album Melancholy, which had more of a symphonic flair. But this album incorporates symphonic, glitchy elements, electrical elements, and even samples. And there's just so much happening on Lifeblood. So the production is pretty polished indeed. And when I listen to deathcore, when I listen to bands such as Whitechapel, Shadow of Intent, you expect some really polished production, with the snare sounding so damn clean and triggering, with the guitar sounding like grindy chainsaws, and even the vocals sounding fucking disgusting. This is deathcore, and this is the deathcore I really enjoy. Deathcore is a hit and miss genre for me. There are some great deathcore bands, and there are some mediocre deathcore bands as well. But Brand of Sacrifice is one of the great deathcore bands at the moment in the modern era. Bands like Whitechapel and even Mental Cruelty are definitely opening the gates of the newer deathcore sound. And yeah, Brand of Sacrifice is one of them, because there's just so many elements of surprises along the way that you just can't help but enjoy. At times the drums do sound over-processed and sound mechanical, but at times they also sound organic, if you get what I mean. A really good mishmash of things where, yes, this album can get overwhelming, especially with the vocals. The vocals are fucking disgusting on this album. Those deep, guttural vocals. Of course, we've got some special guests on this album, like the Inhuman features Eric Vandenberg, who is also the vocalist on I Prevail. We also got Ben Derv. He is from Shadow of Intent. His vocals are absolutely incredible. Yes, there are good harmonization, good mix at times with the vocalists on this album. The main vocalist from Brand of Sacrifice, Carl Anderson, his vocals sound absolutely gut-wrenching at times, disgustingly good, especially through the song Demon King. But yeah, what can I say? First off, it kicks with Dawn, and this is a straight old deathcore song with a lead up to a breakdown, and the breakdown is absolutely chaotic. I just really love the guitar elements, a really nice chord progression, and just the overall intensity. The vocals are the main star. Leads on to Demon King, and this is a much more technical song, and I just love how technical, Ring of Saturn-like at times, but there are just so many elements of surprise and glitchy elements throughout this song that just really surprise. Shut up. Really surprises you along the way. What I really do enjoy overall is just a continuation of that breakdown towards the end. I love how they build the song up towards that breakdown at the conclusion. These vocals are absolutely fucking disgusting on this, and I love how he says Demon King. Animal is next, and this is when they experiment. This is when they incorporate symphonic elements along with the choir, and my god, it sounds epic. Very reminded me of something out of Epica. This is like the deathcore of Epica. Just so many things happening. Of course, there is a pretty catchy chorus as well. I love the guitar licks. I love how technical the guitars are. But things start to really pick up steam throughout this song, Altered Eyes. Altered Eyes is an absolute banger. More Code Orange like glitches throughout this song. Really love the chord progression, love the guitar work, love the beautiful melodies as well. Just a really good song overall. Then we got Prophecy of the Falcon featuring Frankie Palmieri. Fantastic song overall. Just a really nice build up. I just love the transitions, the overall melodies, the guitar, the flourishing guitars as well. Just a fantastic song and a really nice breakdown. Perfect World is next, and this is well, it's an okay. I believe Perfect World shouldn't have been on the album just because I feel it breaks off the flow. But I believe Carl Anderson says that they are the anime of deathcore. And yeah, I do believe it because this album tells a story. And it just feels like you're in a mystical, perfect world with some symphonic elements of choir building, and it's just an overall instrumental with no vocals. But yeah, Perfect World is an okay song, but I feel that it wasn't necessary to put on this album. I just feel that it does break the flow, but I understand what they were doing. They wanted the listener to have a rest. Listen to Mortal Vessel featuring Bender, and he is from Shadow of Intent. Melancholy, fantastic concept album that was. Yeah, what can I say? Bender's vocals, just absolutely fantastic. Really harmonizing well with the Brand of Sacrifice vocalists. I love, again, just disgusting fucking moments on this. Disgusting moments. I love the midsection of the song. Just so many elements. Just so many good moments. Leads on the Foe of the Inhuman featuring Eric Vandenberg from I Prevail. Now, deathcore and metalcore come together very well on this song. Love how harsh Eric's vocals are, how harsh Carl's vocals are. This is much more one of the lightest songs off the album, but it's still batshit crazy as well. Some very technical guitar work and some really nice drumming. Do love the transition of the drum fills throughout the song, incorporating some progressive elements, some progressive flares throughout this song, but overall, Foe of the Inhuman is a pretty good song. Vengeance is next, and I think this is when they incorporate some cleaner vocals by Jamie Graham, I believe. Yeah, what can I say? This song is really good. Love the clean vocals throughout the chorus, quite catchy. Carl Anderson's vocals are very cavernous and very death metal-like on this, and I just really enjoy the overall balancing on this song, the overall guitar moments, and just, yeah, the drumming is absolutely spectacular. This is when it leads to Ruin, featuring Tyler Shelton. This is one of the biggest fucking breakdowns, the biggest breakdowns off the album, especially throughout the end. Is fucking disgusting and just gut-wrenching at times. The breakdowns on Ruin is brutal, man. Brutal. And it's brutal in a very good way. Just the overall melodies just stuck in your head. They really do. Breakdown. That breakdown is absolutely fantastic. Holy shit. It is one hell of a great song. But I just feel that this song does drag on a bit. And I feel like this album does drag on a little bit too long for a deathcore album. Because it leads on the Corridor of Dreams, which again, I don't believe shouldn't have been on this album. Surely gives you a nice break and nice build up. The deathcore that we're going to get throughout Lifeblood. But yeah. It's an okay instrumental. An okay interlude, you could say. It does sound epic. But I just feel Perfect World, Corridor of Dreams shouldn't have been on this album. Shouldn't have cut those fuckers off and just let the deathcore talk. It's on the Lifeblood. This is the song that made me really discover Brand of Sacrifice. Just because it's got some progressive elements, it's got some incredible breakdowns. The vocals are insane on this, guttural, gut-wrenching, just mind-blowing at times. The guitar elements, the drumming, the transition of the drumming, the fills and towards the blast beats as well. Absolutely fantastic. Great way to end off the album. Like I said, Corridor Dreams, Perfect World shouldn't have been on the album. And I understand interludes, you understand like Tool has interludes as well. I just feel that sometimes interludes just drag the album down a bit. But of course I'm not gonna degrade the score because of these interludes, because The Perfect World and Corridor Dreams blend very well throughout this album. But it's a fantastic deathcore album. It's probably one of the best deathcore albums I've heard, probably since Whitechapel the Valley. It's technical, it's futuristic. I've never heard such glitchy moments in a deathcore album as well, especially through Altered Eyes. And even Ruin has some glitchy moments, but it does remind me of Code Orange and the album underneath, especially the glitchy, chaotic, apocalyptic moments. And it's chaotic as well, because some of this album, don't get me wrong, some of this album runs with Cattle Decapitation, especially their later albums, with Travis Ryan's incredible vocals. Yeah, Carl Anderson reminds me of Travis Ryan at times, especially that vocal performance he delivers on this album. But Brand of Sacrifice, Lifeblood, gets a solid 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10. At times, it does get a little bit too overwhelming. The production at times does get a little bit too overwhelming. It sounds very polished at times. It does sound mechanical, but the best deathcore album of the year at the moment. But Brand of Sacrifice, Lifeblood, gets an 8 out of 10. Comment below what you thought about this album review. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.